Okay, now in this video we have a cost and materials breakdown of everything which was used to take the van from this, as it was in the very beginning, to this, as it is now. And I've sort of put this in sequence. This essentially is going to be me rattling on, just reading out a list of stuff with the prices. But there's quite a comprehensive list here, and I think the pricing is pretty much correct. So just, you know, if you're looking at doing a conversion like this yourself and you're wondering how much it might cost or what sort of materials you might need, I hope that this will be helpful for you. First thing that I bought was the windows. Now I got the windows from Van Pimps. Again, I'm not sponsored by Van Pimps. I'm not sponsored by any of these people. I might mention some names as I go through, but I'm not sponsored by any of them. But here's hoping. I got the windows from Van Pimps, right? This was a opening window for the far side of the van, for the driver's side, and a sort of static sealed window for the sliding door. Now with that came the U-channel, the rubber U-channel that you put around the cut in the bodywork, the primer, and a couple of tubes of the stuff that you stick it on with, and the windows. A total of £306. That's for that whole thing, for the whole kit, which I thought was okay, fairly reasonable. And the windows seemed like really good quality, actually. So that was good. First thing we bought was the windows. I needed also a tube of Sikaflex to go with that, just for a few other little bits and pieces, and that was £10.95. So the first aspect of it, the windows, total cost £316.95. Now the second thing on my list here is insulation and lining. And here we're talking about all of the insulation, the stretch carpet, vapor barrier, expanding foam, stuff like that. You must excuse, we're on a drag here where you get motorbikes every now and again coming up, and some of them are a little noisy. But anyhow, that's in the background. Okay, insulation and lining. The insulation itself was 3 rolls of glass bottle, shredded up plastic bottles, and that came to a total of £51. We had some sound deadening material, 10 sheets of what they call, I think it was a dodo mat, 10 sheets of that, that was £29.99. I need 2 tins of spray adhesive just to stick the insulation in, £13. Now the stretch carpet, 8 metres of stretch carpet, and that came with the adhesive, the spray adhesive necessary to put it on, and that was a total of £79.99. You can hear this in the background. These are starlings. They're competing with the motorbikers, and they're winning at the moment. Now, we needed some more insulation for the ceiling, and that needed to be a little bit thinner than the stuff that you get from B&Q. So I got some, I think it was 40mm thick, and I got 8 square metres of that. And that came to £29.95. I needed a little bit more for the wheel arches, so I got another 2 metres. This was the closed cell sticky backed foam, and that was £23.53. Now the vapour barrier, I used essentially a polythene vapour barrier from Wix, and that and the silver sticky tape stuff was a total of £29.85. And we also got a couple of tins of expanding foam just to do insulation in the areas where it was practically impossible to get the shredded up bottles, like some of the top pillars. It was very difficult to get it in there. So a couple of tins of expanding foam came to £5.50. So the total for insulation and lining was £257.31. Now the next thing to go down was the floor, and again more insulation. This was 5 metres of 10mm thick closed cell foam, sticky back stuff that you stick down on the floor. Again, there's a video of me doing that. 5 square metres of it, did the whole van, and that was £59.92. I needed some self-tapping screws, and that came to £27.53. And I used 2 OSB 3 moisture resistant OSB 11mm boards for the subfloor. So we have the insulation down, then we have the subfloor. And those boards cost £71.68. On top of all that is the laminate flooring. And this was like a medium oak laminate floor. I think it's 12mm thick, fairly heavy stuff. 4 packs of that did the whole van. And that was £74.93. Now, is there anything else on the floor? Ah yes, a side step. I bought one of these moulded side steps. It cost me £80. I couldn't fix it on. There was the clip things that need to be there were simply not on the floor where they should have been to put the step down. So I don't know whether it's possible I bought the wrong step. But anyhow, that didn't really work out. So I bought 4 meters of rubber trim, like an L-shaped rubber, which goes around the exposed edges of the floor on the front step and at the back. And that was a total of £21. So the floor, the insulation, the USB, everything else, came to a total of £335.05. Alrighty, I've closed the van doors. The starlings were driving me crazy. I don't know if you could hear them, but there must be a lot of worms or something around here. There's tons of them outside. One of them just came in the van. Okay, moving right along. Electrics. How much did I spend on the electrics and what did I buy? I'll tell you. I bought a 130 amp hour lead acid battery. Now, could have gone for the AMG, could have gone for the lithium, but for the usage, you know, the amount, this is not a van I'm going to live in, or I don't think anyone would live in it. It's a day van or a camper van. And that type of battery is fine for that sort of activity, really. So the 130 amp hour battery was £74.95. Now I put a 100 watt solar panel on the roof, and the panel itself with the brackets to fix it and the wire came to £104. I got 2 50 amp breakers just to protect the solar panel and the fuse box, in between the fuse box and the battery. That came to a total of £14.88. We have a 12-way fuse box, 12 volt 12-way fuse box, which was £16.99. Loads of excess in that, really. I think I've used 6 of them, so there's tons left there if anything else needs to go in. And as I said earlier, I got the Ring Automotive DC to DC and solar charger. I bought that as a kit. You get the unit, the wires to lead from the starter battery, and the fuses and all of the little clips and stuff to fix it in. That came to a total of £217.95. There's a 5-way switch panel. That has 2 USB sockets on it, and it also has a 12 volt socket and a battery condition indicator. £21.49. There's another USB socket over here, which is again 2 USB sockets, a 12 volt and the switched battery condition indicator. That one was £18.99. I needed 10 meters of 3-core flexible cable to get from the AC to DC charger in the back of the van all the way up to the battery box and to power the 240 volt socket. That was £14.75. I got some 6mm squared cable, 5 meters of red and 5 meters of black, to again get the fuse box connected up to the battery in the front. That came to a total of £16.48, and we got some 1.5 squared cable, a 50 meter spool of that, which was £41.20. 6 LED lights for the ceiling. Came to £28.99. The reading lamp was £11.99. Crimps and fixings. I had to buy some crimping tool, wire strippers and various size crimps. Excuse me. £52.49 for all that. Now the mains charger, the AC to DC charger, that was £52.49, and the mains hookup point, the 3-pin thing which is under the van that you plug in, was £11.29, and there was a few other little bits and pieces to go with that, which was £9.99. So the total on the electrics, solar panel, battery, all of these things I've just mentioned, £700 and 3 pence. That's how much it cost. So the next thing was really the carcassing, the furniture and the ceiling and the wood and materials for that. And I'll go through what I used there. For the ceiling and these panels, it took 8 packs of cladding. Now the cladding was 3 meters long. I got 3 meter lengths because the van is, I believe, 293. Excuse me. The van is 293, so we can get a full length on there. So I went for that. These are 94 centimeters wide, sorry, 94 millimeters wide and 8 millimeters deep. And the 8 packs of that cost £106 and 12 pence. Ply lining. The ceiling has a 3.6mm ply lining behind it, and I needed 2 sheets of that, and that was £43.76. Fixings. We needed hinges, catches, stuff like this. I got 12 of each of them, and that came to £24.83. Lacquer. I got a tin of Mann's bar top lacquer, stuff that they use on bars in pubs and stuff like that. Solid stuff, and that was £34.73 a litre. Now the timber for the framing of all of the furniture, I used 18 by 22 softwood plain square edge timber. 2 packs of that, and there was 10 pieces in a pack. The total cost of that was £81.44. 6 drawer runners, which are 350mm long, came to £32.97. Paint and rollers, there's some MDF primer involved in that, and then there's the top coat of paint, which is like an eggshell kitchen type of paint that I used. That all came to £34.60. For the furniture itself, I used 2 sheets of 6mm MDF, and I used 1 sheet of 9mm MDF, and that was £55 and 47 pence. Moving right along, the worktop, which is this here, obviously the worktop and the table and the top of the battery box we got out of that. That was a 3 meter worktop. It was £123. It's solid beechwood. It's nice actually. Now the screws and various bits and pieces to put all that together came to a total of £13.50, and another tin of lacquer. So I've got the lacquer on there twice. It may very well be that I bought 2 tins of it, and it went up. It's now £46.49. I think the previous one was £34.73. There was one more thing. It was just a strip of leather which I bought to make these little handles with. And that was just like a strip of leather which you would get off eBay, like to make a belt with, or a bag handle or something like that. £7.70. So the total cost of the carcassing and furniture, £604 and 61 pence. Now the kitchen. For the kitchen, I went for the SMEV 922 with accessory. When I say with accessories, this came with the gas pipe and the gas fittings. It came with the tap, the wheel pump, and the various hoses. Gotta say, the hose for the waste pipe didn't fit. Nothing to do with it. It was much bigger than the waste outlet on the sink. so I had to buy another one of them. But anyhow, the kit itself, so you get the smev and all of the fixing things and all that, £389 for that. The fridge, it's the Alpicool R50, 50 litre 12 volt fridge, £405. I bought a gas locker, just with a gas dropout, just in case there's any leaks in there, which there won't be, but you never know. £101 for the gas locker. And I had to buy a hob template because the hob didn't come with a template. I thought it was going to, but it didn't. So I had to buy one. And when that came, it was the wrong one. It didn't fit. So I had to do a little bit of chewing on that to actually get it to fit. But it cost us £12.99. Now also the capped bolts I've included here, the screws, the mirror screws, the things that you put on, that I put the handles on with. And for a bag of them, I think I got 20 of them for £8.99. So the total cost for the kitchen, £916.98. Now last but not least, the bed, rock and roll bed. The bed itself, which I bought just the frame, I didn't buy the cushions and I didn't buy the boards, just the frame, was £580. That was delivered, obviously. I needed a sheet of 12mm ply to make the boards to put the cushions on, and that was £31.50. Right, I bought the foam to make the cushions with, and the 3 pieces of that came to £154.96. And the material itself, that was £209. So the total for the rock and roll bed was £975.46. Okay, now I don't know if you've been using a calculator as we've been going through this, but I do have a grand total here, and I do believe this includes that's pretty much everything I spent and used to make this van. There might be a couple of little things here and there, but the major items are definitely on there, and the costs are pretty much accurate, I believe. The total cost to convert this van from this to this, £4,106.39. Now obviously this isn't taking into account any labour cost. I did all of the labour myself. If you were to buy windows and get someone else to fit them, if you were to buy the hob and get someone to fit that, etc., someone to do the electrics, that price would go up, up, up. But the material cost, the base material cost, to get the van into this condition, £4,106.39. So if you're looking at making a van similar to this, I mean, this is a long wheelbase Vivaro, so any van around this sort of size, that's the sort of price that I spent doing this one. So I hope that's a rough guide, you know. You could spend a lot more if you wanted to, and you could probably spend a lot less if you wanted to, but that's a sort of ballpark sort of figure for that. Anyway, I hope the video has been useful to you if you're looking at doing this sort of thing. If you've enjoyed it, and if you've enjoyed any of the other videos on the channel, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Give the video a like, and the van build series, which I'm currently uploading also, will continue, and that will show each aspect of the build of this van from the very beginning to the very end. And van number 3 is also in the planning stage. So do stay tuned, do subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the video, and I thank you very much for watching.